Shalom everyone. Today is Gimel Tamuz, the day we commemorate the passing of the Lubavitcher Rebbe 27 years ago. When the Rebbe passed away, there were many people who questioned whether the Chabad movement could survive without the inspiration and the influence of the Rebbe. But what we have seen in the past 27 years is truly astounding. Not only has Chabad survived, but they have spread all over the world in ways that no one could even imagine. And they are such a potent, positive force in the Jewish world today. They are in over 100 countries, and in the United States, they are on every campus almost, in every state, and in almost every suburb of major cities. And this, just like I said, is beyond what anyone could have imagined. But what it tells us is how inspirational the Rebbe was and how much influence he had, not only among his followers, but because people flock to Chabad everywhere. So his influence has grown just tremendously. I'd like to share just the first time that I had the privilege to be in his presence. As part of my tshuva process, I was connected with Chabad, and on my way to Israel in 1974, I found myself at 770, the world headquarters of the Lubavitcher movement in Brooklyn, on Yud Tet B'Kislev. Yud Tet B'Kislev is the day that the Alter Rebbe, the founder of the Chabad movement, was let out of jail. He had a death sentence on his head, and he was freed on Yud Tet B'Kislev, and it's a major, major event in the Chabad world. And I was at 770, and I have to admit I was somewhat skeptical. I had never really been in the presence of a holy person, and certainly no one of the stature of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And so I didn't know what to expect, and I kind of came thinking, like, what could be the big deal? So before the Rebbe came, there were thousands of people at 770. It was absolutely packed, and there was just noise and pandemonium, and all of a sudden there was absolute silence. And I look around, and the Rebbe walked into the room, and it was quite literally like Kriyat Yamsuf, like the opening of the Reed Sea. And people made way for the Rebbe to walk in and come sit at the chair that he sat at. And I will never forget the sense of awe that I felt when he walked into the room. And like I said, I was totally unprepared for this and a bit skeptical. But his presence, the spiritual aura and the energy that emanated from his very being is something that made a deep impression on me. And of course, to the hundreds of thousands of people who would come and see the Rebbe or receive a dollar bill from the Rebbe, or who had a private audience, yechidus, with the Rebbe. So today on Gimel Tamuz, we should really acknowledge and show our appreciation not only for what the Rebbe has contributed to the Jewish world and the world in general. Many, many, many leaders around the world were also highly impressed by their meetings with the Rebbe. And also our appreciation for the Chabad movement. As part of Or Chadash, my wife and I have traveled to approximately 50 cities around the world, doing seminars and Shabbatons and classes, holidays, and many of them were sponsored by various Chabad institutions, Chabad houses, and we have had a chance to see in our own experience the incredible work that Chabad does, and especially the Mesirut Nefesh, their willingness to give their entire being to the community that they are serving. And it's both the men and the women and the children also. Everyone plays a part in trying to bring a positive, good experience of the best that Torah has to offer. And also, it's very, very important that Chabad all over the world interacts with the community around them, not just the Jewish community. And that's why anytime that there's any kind of tragedy or a natural disaster, Chabad is like right there helping everyone. Doesn't matter what religion, what race, what color, they are there to help everyone. So today on Gimel Tamuz, we express our appreciation and our acknowledgement of the incredible work of the Rabbi and the Chabad movement.